Helped by the talented players at its core, the Thornett era had brought Australian rugby back as a serious force. A decade after the fourth Wallabies had failed to win a test, prospects for success on the fifth Wallaby tour were looking up. A visit by Campbell Lamerton's British Lions in 1966 offered Aussie players a chance to vie for selection on the coveted Northern Tour.
And good afternoon to you. It's a perfect day in Sydney for the clash between the British Isles and Australia. It's 7 years since these two teams met in Australia, and on the last occasion, the British Isles won both matches, winning 17-6 in Brisbane and 24-3 in Sydney.
Sprint champion Alan Cardy, aged 20 and playing only his first season of rugby union, played on the wing for Australia.
I think the first test was at the Sydney Cricket Ground. It was a fairly close game. I think there was a record crowd there to watch us, but we got beaten. The second test was in Brisbane, and we had some injuries, and we got absolutely thrashed.
What a glorious try that was.
At the age of 19, the famous test match, well, infamous I guess, but where we got beaten 31-0, so my test career at that stage didn't read too well. And I wasn't all that confident that it would go any further. That John Thornett got us behind the line when I think they were leading 21-0 or something, and said, exactly, come on fellas, this is not us.
He said, chaps, this is simply not us. And I said, well, thank God for that. Let's get out of here before someone recognises us.
And the second test match is over. British Isles 31 points, Australia 0.
It was the lead up to making selection trials to go to England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales and France. They had two trials, like possibles and probables, and from that they selected the team.
I knew it was going to be picked at 2 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon, and when you're never certain you're going to be in the team, you sort of tend to hide a bit.
I myself was sitting by myself in a car on the edge of the ocean when my name was called. I of course lived away from home, and of course I had no idea of football. And when I explained that I'd been selected in the Wallabies, the old gentleman said, "Is that good?" I had to assure him that it was quite good.